Hello, everybody. Thursdays at 3, Coaching for the Soul is on. We'll see who pops on here. There's a lot to talk about. It's a beautiful day in Metro Detroit. Yep. Very, very nice. Summertime is here. Hi, Annette. How's it going? Hey, Catherine. How you doing? Hello, Lucia. It's funny because I can look on my, hello there. I have my laptop open on my Bill Clairvoyant page, and because I need to read something that I'm not sure a lot of people saw, so that I posted last night. Hello, Tammy. How's it going? Hey, Tracy. Hello, everybody. A lot of cool stuff today to share from Spirit. Yep. Hope everybody's doing okay. Get outside and enjoy it. Again, allow yourself to touch the ground. Yep. It's funny because last week, I may have said this already, last week, for the first time, I went out with Bailey at night without shoes on. And it's the first time my feet have touched the wet pavement from the rain in probably 30 years. And then I thought, well, that's kind of cool. So let's see what okay. So the next morning, I went out without shoes on the lawn out front of my house. And I'm like, well, I haven't done this that were wet. And well, I haven't done this in 30 years. It feels pretty amazing on the bottom of my feet. You know, more of that. Bill needs to do more of that, that's for sure. That's for sure. So, you know, Spirit always says, get outside and put your feet on the ground. Guess what? I did without even knowing, because I was like, you know what, he needed to go to the bathroom, so we just ran outside at night, and I know it was raining, but I went outside, I'm not going to put shoes on, it's too much of a bother, and went outside and just stood there. I'm like, well, this feels pretty freaking amazing. Ta-da! Hi, Cindy. How's it going? So, like I said, there's a lot to talk about. Chimes are in good spirits today. And so, yeah. Hello, Melanie. Yeah, so, like I said, it's interesting because I have my, hey, Ryan, I have my laptop open because I need to read something, right? And every time that somebody likes the video, it pops up on my screen. I'm like, well, that's kind of friggin' cool, isn't it? Never even thought about that. You know how it happens with me, with other people. You know, stuff gets up there. Like, oh, never even thought about myself. So it's like that's why I keep looking to that side. So there's a few people. Hey, Rebecca, how are you? My cousin Rebecca is on, and Sonia. Hello, hello, hello. Yep. So, Rebecca, things are good. I'm wonderful. Life is good. Life is good right now. It's always good. Just how we look at it, right? So, yeah. Sometimes ego can get involved in that, right? So, I'm going to wait for a few more people, Spirit says, to wait just a little while longer. Okay? Yeah. So hope everybody's doing good this Thursday. It's going to be a nice weekend. It's going to be hot, but I'm okay with that, right? All right, Sonia. There you go. Okay. Hey, Emily. How's it going, my dear? Yeah. So, because I was thinking about this the other day, that you know, it's not going to be that far away where it's going to be 2 months away, maybe 2.5 months away. Let's say, okay, 8 weeks. It's not going to be warm outside, and it's going to be September, so in October, in November. Ugh. Yep. Hopefully, we will have moved by then. So I believe we will be moved by then to Maui. So yeah. So I'm going to read something because Spirit says that I need to, because I don't think a lot of people saw this yesterday. looks like 10 people did. But Spirit wants me, because this is from Steve Noble, okay? And if you don't subscribe to his channel, please do. I also am on the email list, so with my Gmail address. And so he does Ascension, he does global energy news. I believe it's once a week, maybe every 10 days. And there is webinars and things attached to it. Hey Art, how's it going? So there's webinars and things attached to it, and also meditations that may not be on his YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm gonna read this just because when I read it yesterday in the email, it was powerful. Hello, Marcia. It says, okay. I have spoken with many starseeds about the intensity of this year. As the light increases, this will naturally come up against old programming, stories, and agreements that bind us in the 3D mutant matrix. Okay? In this way, there will be a pressure on the old stagnant energy in our energy fields for resolution, release and flow of that energy. We cannot ascend into higher consciousness and take such old baggage with us. Similarly, our egos are going through an upgrade so that it becomes more of an ally than a resisting force. The intensity of this time is very trying for many. Hi, Dottie. Wait, it's got chills. I know. That right there, guys, is the freaking truth. Right there. Confirmation of what Spirit's been channeling for a couple of weeks is the fact that, hey Chris, is that as the light increases, COVID, we naturally come up against old programming, stories and agreements that bind us to the 3D matrix. As we ascend, as human intelligence ascends, we have to understand that we have to let that energy go. Releasing the flow of that energy, releasing it. Guided meditations, my friend, guided meditations. Okay? But that, when I read it yesterday afternoon, it was 20 hours ago, so I'm not really sure exactly what time. Hey, Rhonda. It really resonates. It absolutely gives me confirmation of what Spirit has been talking about for the last couple weeks, is about the energy and understanding that it is butting up against that 3D mutant matrix, which we are all used to, right? That's what we're born into. That's what we live in. And as this COVID energy, this universal energy, the light, right? As it needs to move us up, needs to move us in higher consciousness. I know. They keep jabbing me with energy, guys. This is like, behind me, there is just like this energy and this power that is just coming up from my spine. Completely. Was I in a reading when, Dottie? I was in a reading before this, yes. Before I had lunch, before I had lunch. Yeah. Oh, what were you reading? I'm sorry. I was reading something, Dottie, that I put on my Facebook, on my Bill Clairvoyant page yesterday. What time is it now? About noon, or 11 o'clock or noon yesterday. Global Energy News from Steve Noble. Okay? Like I said, if you don't subscribe to his channel on YouTube and you don't receive his newsletter every week to 10 days, I would get on that, okay? Because it's amazing what is in it that gives you confirmation on what's going on. He also does a podcast, Ascension News, okay, that shows up on his YouTube channel, that if you listen to it, it's just a little snippet of what he talked about either in a group setting or with somebody else, but it can be very, very, very impressive. It can really, really give you, it can really connect with you. Hi, Elaine. Hey, Jimmy, how's it going? Yeah, so that right there kind of puts it in a nice little bubble that as the light increases, this will naturally come up. Hey, Candy, about that we're butting against the 3D matrix, okay, that we all live in. and that it's frustrating and it's kind of angry. Thank you, my friend. I feel good, and again, we're used to this energy, and if we don't know what it is, then we go like this. That's human nature. Human nature is to push against that. But what happens with that too is we internalize what does not serve us, right? And that's the key. You got to express it. You got to let it out. You got to let it go. Because if you don't let it go, it's going to fester and it's going to come out at the unappropriate time. Okay? So again, talk out loud to your spirit guides. Talk out loud to your guardian angels, guys. Just talk. Spirit, blah, 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 blah. You know, this is what I'm feeling. I need you to help me with this because I don't understand it. This morning was an extremely frustrating, angry day for no reason. COVID. Great night's sleep. It was fabulous. It was great. Hey, Heidi. But Bailey, my little baby, he's needy, you know, and he needed to go outside and do all the other things we do in the morning and things like that. And Daddy wasn't feeling it this morning. And I had to get that out. Okay, Spirit, I get it. I get it. I get it, right? And I gotta let it go because it's just what I have to do every day. So I took a walk, right? I ate my breakfast and I took a walk for 45 minutes in the complex, which I'm now doing every day to get myself back into that energy that I need to be. Because I did that forever and I stopped. And I stopped because of COVID. I didn't do that this year at all. Because I was kind of like in this place that I didn't want to do anything. Again, you have to let that go. You got to recognize it. Go, okay, I'm angry today. I don't know why. I'm feeling like I want to be selfish. I can't be selfish today. I have to make sure that Bailey's okay. I can be selfish later after coaching for the soul, which is true. So at 4 o'clock, I have nothing to do but eat and lay around and watch TV and do whatever I want to do. Okay? Also, Spirit wants me to talk about getting rid of negativity that we allow into our space. And I will tell you that I can totally relate to this. Okay? I watch those videos on Facebook Watch of the Karens, number one. Number two, of the people who do the First Amendment audits against the cops. And I realize that makes me angry. Not about the cold cop thing at all, because I think they need to be challenged. Hey, Carlene, because there's a lot of bad cops out there. We're blessed with not many in Sterling Heights or Troy. You know, they're pretty conscious. I mean, they're pretty conscious police force. Other places, not so much, where they don't harass people. Hey, Gabriel. And so I made that decision today not to watch that anymore. Because the Karens I want to punch in the face because it's none of their business. That doesn't serve me at all, right? And, right? And the cops, I get frustrated at the cops because the cops just want to make problems for the people that they're talking to or other people, you know. So I decided that I got the message. I got it. Okay, I got to not do that because it doesn't serve me at all. It makes me angry. It makes me want to advocate. Be that advocate for those people who don't. Okay, listen, that's been my life. So I get it. So I'm going to tell you guys the same thing, is that things that you watch on TV or watch on your computer or that make you angry or frustrated or leave you with a bad taste in your mouth or, you know, you can't believe that happened or whatever, it's time to not partake in that, okay? And I like it. I mean, I'll be honest, I really like it because it makes me feel like, yes, but I can't do that anymore. Bailey is trying to get underneath the sheet on my meditation chair that I have there to protect. And here he goes. He's finally going to be able to do it on his own because I'm not going to help him. So there he goes. Okay. So Catherine says, I don't watch any of that stuff, too much negativity. Exactly. There you go. It's I do it because I find it fascinating because the stuff with the Karens is just like, it's none of your business. Move away from me. What are you? You know, what are you, the police? Get out of here. And then the other stuff, yeah. So anything that does not serve you, as Spirit has said before, do not invite into your life. because when you do, all it does is just you inhale. You're not. I not inhale spirit. We take it in. We take it in. Okay. So I got that message. Today's Thursday. I got the message on Monday. Yeah. Stop doing that negativity that you don't need it. I'm like, I know, but it's habit for me to watch it, especially at night. So tonight I'm not going to watch it for the first time. We'll see if I can do it. Hey, Amanda. Okay. So we took care of that and that there. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see what he wants to talk about next. I know I got it, Chimes. Okay. Kind of goes along with what I read at the beginning is being conscious of not being isolated, not allowing yourself to change, not allowing yourself to move forward, not allowing because you're too, and many times it's because you're afraid, but also in the 3D matrix, there are those of us who stand firm in what we do every day. We like structure. We don't want to change. Hey, Sue-Ann. We just keep going in the same direction all the time. And COVID is meant to stop that, to get us out of our routine so that we can be more free, so that we can be more open to change, more understanding of ourselves and understanding why we feel a certain way, and not being busy 24/7. We don't have any alone time with ourselves, and usually that's because we don't want to have time to think. Trust me, I know. Or I was too exhausted to think. And that doesn't serve anybody. Hi, Karen. So it is all about being conscious of that. And as we go into fall, as we go forward, being as conscious as possible about letting that energy flow through you, letting that energy flow out of you. Because I'm telling you what, it's going to get more intense as we go into the fall, but it's also going to get intense as we go into 2021 with a lot of things going on. So we just have to make sure that we are taking it, understanding it. Okay, Spirit, I'm feeling like I did today. I'm feeling like this. I need you to help me. I need to let it go. It doesn't serve me. And being conscious of that all the time. Because I'm running into more and more people that when I speak to them on the phone, that they are grounded and they're not going to move. That they don't want to think about anything but what right now. That I want to be my own individual. I want to be this. I want to be that. I want to be this. I've lived like this. I. It's about the collective consciousness, guys. It is. Okay? We are part of this group of human beings on this planet. Hi, Lori. That are here for a reason. And that is to raise our consciousness in our lifetime. And in turn, the consciousness, the collective consciousness of the earth, the vibration of the earth is raised. Okay? And the more that you fight that, the harder it is for you. Okay? Because the collective is going to move forward, as Steve Noble talks about. The collective is going to move forward with you or without you. It is best for you not to be so grounded and not so solid in what you think and what you believe that you're not movable. That you're not allowing yourself to let go of what no longer serves you, right? Being conscious and aware of that you need to flow, right? That you need to work on what is still inside that is dysfunction, understanding that that's what the time is for, that's what the energy is for of COVID, and just the universe in general is trying to make you more aware, because as we rise as a collective, there will be no individuals. It will be all of us, right, that move forward into the fourth dimension. Okay? And as Steve says, the 3D mutant matrix is going to fight that all, our energy is going to fight that all the way, because we do live in a 3D matrix at the moment. But that is slowly and also quickly changing. See? So it's making sure that you're conscious enough to understand that I can't think like that anymore. I can't think like that anymore, because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen next week. I don't know what's going to happen in the next month. And that's okay. You're going to be safe, right? No one's going to take your stuff. You're still going to receive your abundance. You're still going to be who you're supposed to be. The thing is, you're just not going to have that routine to do every single day this fall and winter. Just like we didn't have it in the spring of this year, in March and April, and a little bit of May, right? I mean, that is going to happen again. And understanding why, right? So the sooner that you look at yourself, the sooner that you allow your emotions, your feelings to understand that this is your time to release, to relax and release, that's what it's all about. Because as a collective, it's all of us that move forward. And it's better to not fight it, okay? And we all are going to want to fight it, because that's our nature, right? We don't know what it is, so we recoil, we protect. We want to make sure that what we're doing is right, because what if, see? And I love the thing about Steve talking about, it has really to do with ego, and making sure that that we control it, and making sure that we understand that that we can get to a place after we become the collective consciousness, right? Where ego works for us and is not our enemy. That day is going to be a glorious time when that happens for the collective, right? And understanding that what you carry from your childhood, what you carry from any experience in this life and possibly past lives, does not serve you any longer. As you allow yourself to flow, as you allow yourself to let go and understand that what you're doing is for you. It's for you, and as it comes back again, because it will, let it go again, right? That's where those Steve Nova meditations, again, emotional healing meditation, bingo. Narcissistic meditation, bingo. Living with a narcissist, whatever it might be. There's a good meditation for that. And it's about taking the time for yourself. I'm telling you. Hi, Jody. It's taking the time for yourself and understanding that you can take a half an hour out of your day to do this. Even if you got to go sit in your car. Hey, Kimberly. Even if you have to go sit in your car and do it, away from everybody. Right? Right? You take your phone and you listen. Right? You sit back and you close your eyes. You don't have to have your buds in. It's on the speakers in your car, and you feel it, and you just absorb what Steve is saying. Okay? Because that is the best thing to do to allow your body to release. Hi, Michelle. Because your human body gets comfortable with that, right? It gets comfortable with keeping you stable as possible, right? Until the volcano erupts and the wrong thing comes out of your mouth, or you act up, or you do this, or you do that, because it happens. It happens every day in society, right? I mean, I often look at the people who are the crazy Karens, and I think, what is it? Is it control? Is it you don't feel in control? Again, me trying to figure it out, because that's who I am, right? I'm thinking, this is interesting. Why would they interject? What are they afraid of? They're afraid, and that's the key. They're living in fear, and they don't think they have any control, which is a lie. That's ego. That's ego. Afraid of brown and black people, right? Afraid of people who don't look like them. Even gay people, trust me. I've seen one or two or three videos where straight women come at these guys. You're immoral and blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, go. Right? Right? Because again, why? Why do you feel the need to do that? And it's because they're fearful. See? And again, that's the energy that is on the earth at the moment, and it's to get you to go, okay, I don't need to be fearful. again, acting within, Spirit says, acting within the energy, acting within and understanding within that nothing is going to hurt you. Okay? That we're fearful because we don't know. And that's okay. That's okay. Again, no one's going to take your stuff. Nobody's going to hurt you. No. It is about being with yourself and helping yourself understand out loud, not in your head, that everything is going to be fine. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. And not allowing ego, your lower ego, to bring up a narrative that is not true, because it doesn't serve us. It doesn't serve us. And with COVID energy and all the other craziness going on in the country right now, I mean, it's ridiculous. That again, that can reinforce it. That can reinforce the that can reinforce the energy. That can reinforce the way that you feel. That can all kinds of things. I'm really antsy today, guys. Sorry. I got so much energy, it's crazy. So I'm moving around a lot. Yeah. Spirit just said, that energy's from us. I know. But, you gotta, bring it down a couple of notches. If anybody has questions, put them type them in. Remember, I can only see probably 10 words. Spirit just said that. I'm just giving you what he's saying because we're going to answer some questions today. I thought we had a whole hour planned, but obviously he's taking a detour after that last bit. Okay. He just said, be conscious of the days. Be conscious of the days. Be conscious of the days. That's for me and for everybody else. It's already the 21st of July, and where did June and July go, right? Again, as we work on ourselves, as we try to understand ourselves better, as we let things go, as we work on ourselves, as we do our meditations and things like that, take time, right? Take time. Like I said, I walked outside in the rain the other night with Bailey and had my feet on the ground in the morning, and I'm like, I haven't done this forever since I was really young, And why I did it at 30, I have no idea, but I used to love being barefoot. So I may have ran to my car when I lived someplace, or when I lived in Chicago, or whatever it was, when it was outside or in the backyard or whatever. So I don't know. He didn't give me that. There was something else I wanted to talk about, and he's keeping it from me. Sorry, guys. He keeps holding back, and I don't know what that is. I don't know why. He wants me to answer questions. So if you have questions, guys, stick on the bottom, okay? And we'll see what I can, in the chimes, yeah. It's, but I thought we were going to do more today. Man. Okay, so one of the things that he's saying now is talk about people's anger. Okay, and I think we talked about people's anger already. Again, guys, I'm just channeling. Go further. He says, go further into about not being triggered, about not being triggered by not being triggered, and what to do when that happens. Again, it's tapping, right? Tapping your sternum, laying your palm on your chest or your breast and tapping, and then asking them to take the energy away. Yeah. And he also just said, trying to be happy, okay? Trying to do things that make you happy, right? Try to do things that you enjoy without being fearful. Okay, I mentioned to somebody today that I've not been to Somerset, that amazing mall, but twice. Hey, Laura, And oh, that's what I'm going to talk about. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, I'm going to talk about Laura and mine's conversation in a minute. But I enjoy going to Somerset. I enjoy shopping. I enjoy all those type of things, right? I've been there twice to get something from the Origin store there, which is still closed. I had to get it at Macy's, which was fine. You know, face stuff and body lotion and stuff like that. And that was fine, but I wanted to do more, but I couldn't because I had my mask on. It's like, okay, get what we got to get and got to go. So again, not able to do that makes me happy, but taking walks actually does, and things like that. I will stand in the rain once it rains. It seems supposed to rain this weekend. No, next week. I will stand in the rain also. Okay, so my friend Laura, she is a Lemurian, okay, and we kind of chatted back and forth about I'm going to be writing books for the Lemurians once I get to Hawaii, to Maui, okay, and so she gave me some interesting resources that I'm going to look into probably tomorrow, and that's what Spirit wants to talk about. Hi, Kiki. Is the fact that allowing things to come to you, allowing people to bring you things. Now, hey, Tran, how you doing? And how we allow is by allowing, by keeping ourselves open, by understanding that we can't live like that. We can't live recoiled. Spirit says that we absolutely have to be open to abundance, number one. Number two, but open to people, open to ideas, open to knowledge, he says, and understanding that as we go forward into the future, that is the way to manifest things, is to allow people to bring you things. Hi, Tom. To allow them to bring you whatever it is. What type of resource, what type of knowledge. Could be money, could be all kinds of different things, right? But if you don't allow it, just allowing, not even asking for it, just allowing it to happen, and not rejecting it, Spirit says, that's what it's all about, okay? And I know, and I'll use myself as the example, that with Laura, she was talking about the Lemurians and things like that. Now, I could have said, okay, that's great, and kind of brushed it off, like, yeah, that's great, it's not time yet. Or I could engage with her. Well, now I know to engage with her. Why? Because I've learned how to allow. I've learned how to allow things to approach me. And when they approach me, I know it's time. That's the key, you guys. That is the key, is that I can ask for everything on the planet, right? But when it's time, it's time. It's going to come to me. See? As Laura, right? Is that I got the messages about the books probably 2.5, 3 years ago. Okay? And I got another message about the Lemurians. My first message about the Lemurians probably 8 months ago, maybe 6 to 8 months ago. Spent time, looked them up, spent a morning just gouging, just taking in everything that I possibly could have about them, right? And because I was, again, that's who I am. In that respect, I'm a searcher. That's when I was a searcher. But now, again, understanding that the person that gave me the information about the Lemurians came at the right time. Okay? When Laura and I kind of connected, it was the right time. When I heard about the books, it was the right time. But as a human, I want to find out when. I want to find out how. Well, I don't do that anymore. I've learned to just allow. Why? Because it's easier. It's easier than putting all your eggs in a basket and having none of them hatch. No. I'll leave them with the mothers, with the hen, whatever. Hi, Susan. Right? I'm going to leave them right there so that they can grow. And that's the key. I want what I want now, right? As every human does. See? But understanding that I have to allow the flow of information and the energy from me to spirit, to the universe, and back to me. See? And that when it's the right time and the right place, it will appear. Right? I've had a couple of readings this week where people didn't like what Spirit said and they were mad. Well, I'm sorry that you're upset, but that's what your future looks like. Well, Bill, that's ridiculous. Okay. and one person cut the reading short because they didn't like what he was saying, because they wanted they wanted to make sure that even though they're living a destructive life with a destructive lifestyle and in a destructive family, how come I can't meet? It's always around women wanting men. And I do not understand that being a gay man. I understand it when I was not who I am now. I thought I needed that man to save me, to rescue me from who I was. And that many, many times is why it happens. Okay? But now, again, my therapy and other things that have happened to me, I understand no one is supposed to save you. You have to do your work. And if you want to date, hang on. If you want to date the bottom feeders, that's fine. You can date the bottom feeders if you want to, but your soul deserves more. Your human deserves more. Thank you, Adrian. Again, that's what it's all about: raising your vibration, working on your stuff, letting it go, understanding that it's time to let it go because you're in your 40s or your 50s or your 60s. Some people do it in their 30s, but not many do, because again, in fact, somebody asked me, am I in my midlife crisis? No, that has nothing to do with this. Midlife crisis is when you go and buy a freaking Corvette and you want to act like you're 12, 18, 20, whatever, right? And you're actually 55 or 60. No, Ren, or 42. The old time was in your 40s. Now it's like 50, 55, 56, whatever, right? But understanding that until you lighten your load, Spirit says, the right man's not going to find you. And I totally get that. Hi, Carson. Or the right job, or the right anything. Because if you are down here because of your circumstances and you refusing to change, this person refused anything Spirit said about how to get from point A to point B to point C. And she was frustrated. Spirit was frustrated too. But he was like, no, we're just going to let it resonate with her. And then she cut the reading short. Okay, that's her choice, right? But that tells you she's not ready for the information. And what's interesting is when she bought the session, you come highly recommended. I said, well, that's fantastic. Thank you. I hope I can help. Well, she got information that she didn't want, and that's what Spirit was going to talk about. He wasn't going to talk about anything else. I've learned to sit with what he has to say, allow it to come out. I'm just a channel. Do I pay attention to most things before he says it? I try, but I'm not always able to catch it before I say it, because I believe what he is telling you and how he's telling you is very, very important so that you will get it, right? The way that he delivers messages to me is different now than it was 2 years ago, right? It's totally different because the energy is different that I give out, that I resonate with, because I've raised I've allowed my vibration to raise, right? That's the key. Allowing your vibration, your knowledge, your understanding, your flow to happen automatically. See? And if you resist that for a period of time, guess what? They're going to come down and they're going to smash you. Okay? I totally get that. And my job with having readings and having conversations and channeling Spirit and things like that, even their loved ones, right? Loved ones are trying to give them advice. They're trying to give them what they need to do. You need to let it go. You need to do this. I can't do that. I refuse to. Okay. So you're really invested in that, and I understand that. But Spirit is saying blah 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 blah. Again, I'll never be able to do that. I'll never do that. I'll never let that person go. I'll never let that person go. Okay. But it's all a piece. That's all a sewer. Why would you want to stay in that? Obviously, you're looking for guidance, right? And that's the key. See? Is that I don't go out physically and look for people to talk to. Spirit brings me people who need my help. through people, through people of people, right? Friends, relatives, things like that. And when they do make an appointment, it's for a reason. Again, your spirit guides and guardian angels are controlling you without you even knowing by giving you the information, giving you the inkling to do that. You need to talk to Bill. You need to talk to that person right there. Okay? And they do it sometimes without even either coming in with an agenda or not being prepared for what Spirit has to say. Because sometimes it's not all rosy-tozy and life's going to be wonderful and you just have to cross the street to have the life that you want. Sometimes we have to do the work. And many times people don't want to do the work because it's too hard. And it's hard. It's hard work. Again, if anybody has any questions, guys, just punch them, type them in, and I will answer them for you. Okay? Yeah, I know. Allowing. He wants me to continue. Again, it's kind of the same thing. You have to allow. You have to and for many of us, it's giving up, right? It's giving up the resistance. It's giving up because you know what? You can't resist the future for long. Before you lose your job, there's problems in your relationship, your children act up, your family goes against you. There's all kinds of ways for them to get your attention. and unfortunately, I have had people that I know, right? And people that I've talked to, that those things have happened to because they didn't do what they were instructed to do. And the cool thing about Spirit is, he just doesn't say, okay, this is what you need to do, see you later, bye. Hi, Laura. He gives you the steps, right? He gives you the meditation schedule. He gives you all that kind of stuff, which I find fascinating, right? Because that meditation schedule didn't come out until after I didn't have a meditation schedule. I just kind of did it. And it's like, oh, you know what you should have done, Bill? Well, you could have told me this like 7 months ago, but no, you need to do it on your own. See, that's the key for me, is that I need to do it on my own. Why? So I accept it into who I am. See? And now I get that. Sometimes it's very frustrating. Sometimes it's very frustrating. So Ryan says, I've been asked to step up, but I'm doubting myself. Any advice? Okay, so Ryan, step up in what way? Spiritually or at work? And if it's spiritually, give me your birthday. Just your birthday, your month and year, or your month and day. Okay? Yeah, okay. So Ryan, Spirit is telling me that's because you're doubting yourself because you don't stand in who you are. Does that make sense? That you don't allow yourself to flow. Number one, because you're a guy. Guys have it tough. Work with Spirit. Okay, 10-10. Okay. So because you are a Libra, you have structure, but then you need to flow. And if you're a guy with structure, you're not flowing like you need to flow, so you're afraid. Okay? You doubt yourself, that's ego. Okay? And you have to teach yourself how to let things go, to how you need to flow. Okay? Talking out loud to your spirit guides and guardian angels every chance you get. Do not have a conversation in your head. Ever. Because guess what? You talk out loud, you get the best answers you've ever had in your life. Because ego's not involved in that. Ego will tell you, man, you know, you sound kind of stupid. You know, why would you talk out loud? That's kind of dumb, don't you think? Oh, no, ego, that's, I'm not listening to that because that's a lie. This is what I'm doing. Yes, Adrian, it's an air sign. Okay? And so it is allowing yourself freedom, Spirit says. It's allowing yourself to speak. It's allowing yourself to stand in who you are and understanding who you are. Now, are you doing Steve Noble guided meditations? If you are not, you should be, about flow, okay? Because, again, in guided meditation by Steve, they activate DNA that's been downloaded inside your body to so that you know more, right? So that all of a sudden you'll hear something, you'll see something, you'll feel something, and go, well, how do I know what that means all of a sudden? Because they activated the DNA inside of you. Ryan says, energy just flowed up my spine. Exactly, Ryan. That's exactly what it is. That's your spirit guides and guardian angels giving you that energy to flow up from the root chakra, which is above your tailbone, right? Okay, up your spine, out the top of your head, and out to the universe, and spills all over around you. That is divine white light. That is energy that they're giving you so that you know. Okay, that's what it's all about, Ryan, is allowing yourself to flow. Because if you take a Tupperware dish and you put a top on it and you leave it for a week on the counter and you open it up, what does it smell like in a week? That's why air has to flow. Same thing with water. Water has to flow. Okay? If you stop it up, if you stop yourself because you're afraid, because you're not sure, right? Oh, no. They've got you. They've got you every step of the way. But they need to be your best friends. They need to be the ones that you count on to give you the answers. They need to be the ones that you give your secrets to, that you give your fear to. Spirit, I don't know. I need you to help me with this because I don't get this. I don't understand. You got to help me with this because I don't get it. You know, and as you do that, they rush in and save you. They rush in and make you feel safe. Oh, yes. They make you feel understood, Spirit says. And they're waiting for you, Ryan. They're waiting for you to have conversations with them so that they can guide you. So who's asking you to step up, too, Spirit says? He says, is it us? Is it your guides? Or is it human? My laptop just came on, so I'm assuming that it's Spirit. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So, but again, that's for everybody. You got to flow. Earth signs like myself, I had to learn how to dig my dirt up and get it fluffy. Okay? Yep. Fire signs have to learn how to flow, but controlled flow with fire. Ryan says both. Well, listen to Spirit. Okay? Humans sometimes can have a ulterior motive. Okay? But if they want to help you to ascend, if they want to help you flow, that's okay. Okay? With human. Okay? If they're giving you resources to help you to flow, that's okay. Right? But check in with Spirit first. Say, okay, Spirit, I got this information here. What do you think? Okay? Or this person who's my friend or whatever said da 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 da. What do you think, Spirit? And then you wait for them to flutter your chest, flutter your heart, or give you excitement in your belly, right? Or give you a big old beam of energy up your shoulders to the back of your head, up to the top of your head, and then it spills over. Those are all that's all confirmation. If they grab your heart and they give it some like a tug, like some pressure, that's a no. Okay, that's a no. If you don't get a feeling in your belly, that's a no. If you don't get energy up the back of your neck, that's a no. Okay, but usually they'll play with your heart. But again, it's about being conscious and understanding that those can be signs. And when it happens, you can question them and say, okay, Spirit, so what I'm getting is this, and you may not get a response because they want you to trust and believe that what you asked is they're giving you the true answer. Okay. Ryan's a healer, and a fellow healer asked me to work with him. I would do that, Ryan, but I would be very, very conscious of what he brings to the table. Okay? Again, you'll know. Spirit says you'll have a sense of, I don't want to do it like that. Yeah, I don't want to do it like that either. I'm going to do it like this, and you'll know that you're supposed to do it like this. Okay? So Amanda says, will there be any good reason for guys to pick on you? No. Like in a mean way. I feel like I'm getting pushed into... No, that's COVID. They're not picking on you. That's COVID to get you to react and let that energy go. To say, okay, Spirit, I don't know what this is, but you got to let it go. And Amanda, I can't see the rest of it. Thank you, Ryan. And Tracy, will my employer offer me a severance? Tracy, do you work at CP? Or CE, I guess, now? Or do you work at the hospital? I forget. Because the answer is yes. The answer is, chimes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, they will offer you a severance. Yep. To get you to leave. Yeah. Yep. Hospital. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Because you're administrative, right? That's what Spirit is showing me. I believe it is. I went to high school with Tracy. Graduated 42 years ago. Yeah, it's scary but true. Yeah. So yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Yeah, take it. Take it. Spirit's telling me it'll probably be full everything, like full medical, full whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be good because they need. Yeah, he says you make too much money, you need to go. Yeah. Yep. He just said, don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just go. Just go. Yeah. Say yes. He says if you have to think about it for like overnight, do it. Hang on, guys. Spam. I forget to turn my phone off. Hi, Kathy. How's it going? Anybody else have anything they want to ask? Let's see what else Spirit has for me. Okay, Jody. You know my craziness since May. Please send me a good Steve Noble meditation that will help me. Okay, I will. I'll send you one. I'm gonna send out some meditations after 5 o'clock, probably about 5:05 or whatever. Adrian, I'm working on developing a sacred women's circle. Is this a good time to hold? Yes, my dear, it's perfect. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Kathy, Spirit won't answer medical questions. Okay. Spirit says it's nothing serious. It's circulation, but he won't say anything besides that. He's just touching my nose for the first time today. It's very strange. Yeah, but that was something too. Spirit wanted me to mention is that people will ask me for medical advice, and he refuses to. Okay, he will not confirm, or they won't do anything like that. Oh, you're welcome, Kathy. And people get upset with that. Well, why not? No, he just won't do that. Because again, humans have free will, right? I mean, he's not gonna tell you the day you're gonna die and how you're gonna die. That's for sure. You know, because again, you could walk out front and commit suicide and get hit by a truck. Well, you know, I mean, there's all kinds of things that, and that's why he doesn't. That's why he doesn't. You know. Hi, Karen. How's it going? Yeah. So that was one thing that he wanted to say. Is that, and people that do, you have to take it with a grain of salt. Okay. If they're telling you, okay, get your liver enzymes tested or getting your things done or whatever, it's a good advice to get done because again, you never know. But if somebody's telling you, yes, you have cancer and blah blah blah, that's don't believe that stuff. You need to go to the doctor. That's what the doctors are for. Amanda, my dentist is open. Dentists are not closed; they're open. Okay, so if you need a dentist appointment, call your dentist or find a different one, because I have a cleaning in August, so that I'm getting done. So they're open. Okay. Karen, is a job coming? Will I know the right one when it does? He says a virtual job, yes. Okay, it will not be because we're going into COVID 2.0 this fall and winter, so it's going to be a different environment. And Spirit also asks, yes, Amanda, you should. Yes, always fight for it. Yep. Spirit asks, have you asked for the job to come? Have you asked for the job that you want to come out loud? Are you allowing yourself to flow so we can find you? Okay. That is a important thing. But job is definitely going to be there. Yeah, yeah. Is it the right one? When is the right one, right? Again, circumstances can change. I mean, I was in the right job, I thought, for a long time, and of course, and then it disappears, you know, and I had to get another job. So, yeah. So, again, Karen, talk. But it's going to be a virtual job, I can tell you that. It's going to be on the computer, or it's going to be on an iPad like what I've got. Finance. I don't see finance. Because banking is going to get disrupted big time. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's something maybe to do with that, but it isn't going to be like working in a bank or being a banker or having stocks and like being a stockbroker, things like that. Working with money can be done virtually, Spirit says. So that's a very yeah. But ask for the job out loud that you want, because that's super important. Okay? Because you can that's the only way to manifest anything, guys, is to say it out loud. So talk out loud to your spirit guide, your guardian angels, to the universe, and just ask them for what you want. Never be shy about asking for what you want. Okay? Like I've said many times, you gotta be selfish. You have to be selfish. You have to be selfish. And everybody has a dam of abundance above them, that their spirit guides and guardian angels have all kinds of things there for you, but you don't ask for them. Amanda, is there any forsaking to a second stimulus? Yes, there will be. Yes, there will be. Yes, there will be. Yep. And then there's going to be a big one as the country shuts down in the fall. Okay, as it goes down in the fall. So because the country will shut down across the country. Okay, we have government shutdown. So and that will be a stimulus that will come from the government to every adult in the country once a month. Okay, so there won't be a whole lot of jobs and stuff to do. So yeah. So Karen, I hope I answered your question for you. Again, Spirit keeps saying she needs to manifest it. She needs to take the time and manifest it. She needs to stand in what she wants and manifest it. Okay, and that's for anything, right? Again, you have to. Just have to. Okay? So, all right, guys, it's 4 o'clock. I'm going to get going. Thank you for joining me for Coaching with the Souls Thursday at 3. If you guys if you have any questions, let me know. Hey, Tammy. If you, again, text me, you can Facebook message me, all those kind of things. I'm still doing readings on a discount because of COVID. $25 for 15 minutes, which I've never done. Hey, Deanna. And 30 minutes for $50 and 60 minutes for $65. Okay, so Adrian has, hopefully the extra employment benefits are extended, like you do work from home, but yeah, Adrian, it will be. Yeah, it will be extended. Some form of it will be. Oh, you're welcome, Ryan. I'm hoping that it's the $600 for everybody, and it's not going to be, you know, that they're not going to lower it because they don't want real Americans to actually have a living wage and be able to buy what they need for food and pay their bills on time. God forbid the government would help doing that, right? I'm not going to get on that soapbox. So anyway, guys, namaste. Thank you very much. Join me next Thursday at 3 for Coaching for the Soul.